Hey, what's poppin', guys? Welcome to another episode of... Do we have a name for this?
No.
No, we don't. It's bonus content. This is Culturalist Theory. It's your man, CJ Williams.
I'm QB.
And today, in honor of the Super Bowl...
Super Bowl 59?
Absolutely. This is our first album reaction that Q has heard. All right. Oh. Can y'all believe that?
Yeah, I heard it just like everybody else heard it. It was a shock drop, but I got it.
Yeah, man. Kendrick Lamar's GNX in honor of the Super Bowl. We're going to drop this on Super Bowl day. This, of course, came out last year. Week of Thanksgiving, November 22nd. It was a shock drop, like you said, out of the blue. Mm-hmm. Nobody was expecting this. Really? There was some rumors. Rumors, but they didn't know when.
I think that's twofold. No one was expecting it, and then nobody was expecting what you got.
That's true. They weren't.
Nah.
That's a good point. Because this is a very distinct sound that's completely different from his other projects. We'll dive into more of that when we get to some of these joints. I have thoughts on the album. Of course, I've already heard it. Of course, you've already heard it.
Yeah.
But we haven't heard it together. Okay?
Right.
And actually, it's been a minute since I revisited, and we'll talk about why in a second. But without further ado, this is a very popular album. Well, what would you say? Do you remember what the reaction was online? Did you pay attention to any of that?
No. I just listen to it for myself and try to figure out if I like it, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and then I may consume additional content, but usually not. I'm not.
Block out the noise.
Yeah, exactly. I like to have my own opinions.
The reviews were mixed. Well, actually, no, they were favorable, but I saw people that
people want to like this album. So you like. I'm gonna say you make yourself like it, but there's a portion of that where it's like I'm gonna keep listening to it until I like it.
I mean, that takes me back though.
Yeah,
we bought CDs. There wasn't no one and done. If you got my $13.99, I'm finna listen to this shit until I can take something away from it.
Yes, take it back to the store and get your money, man. Get that back. I need a refund. I don't like this art.
Well, let's run through this album and let's see if we need a refund on our time or my Apple Music subscription.
Can't get that back.
One of the two. We'll kick it off with number one, man. This is one of the more polarizing joints on the album. Whacked out murals. Intro type shit. Set the tone, set the vibe. Let's hit.
Call me crazy, everybody questionable. Turn me to an Eskimo. I drew the line in decimal. Like I do, but understand everybody ain't gonna like you. Yeah, nigga, if they say it's love, you be like.
Whacked out murals. Your thoughts?
I love it. I like it, bro. I think it really sets the vibe. When I first heard it, like, I was hyped. I was like, oh, okay. Like I said, it's like real black Scully music, some black Air Force Air Force One music.
Shiesty.
I like the vibe. I like how simple the beat is,
yeah.
And I don't want to say he dumbed down the rap, but he was just like plain spoken as you can ever hear him.
Yeah.
And it's like you could tell he wrote poetry because these verses are long as fuck. Like,
yeah, facts.
For real, but I like it.
Yeah, nah, I think it set. You're right. It set the tone. It let us know early that this probably wasn't going to be like Mr. Morale, which was the album before this.
The what? No, I'm just kidding.
Right. But that's the thing with Kendrick, and I kind of alluded to this earlier. All of his albums they're like one of ones for the most part.
Yeah.
And even though the rest of the album doesn't necessarily sound like this song, it has an identity to it. I think he just kind of wanted to address some things, get some things out of the way. And he didn't want to make this all about Drake again. So this is the closest you get to like talking about the beef, where he referenced Snoop.
Yeah.
The Taylor Made. That was actually funny. I prayed with the edibles. That was funny. Even though I like Taylor Made, I thought that was actually pretty creative. But
I'm sure. I'm sure you did.
I thought it was creative. And then he also addressed Wayne, the Super Bowl controversy. A lot of people were asking for Wayne for the Super Bowl instead of Kendrick. And
were people asking for Wayne for the Super Bowl, or were really people just expecting Wayne for the Super Bowl?
I think it was a little bit of both.
I didn't hear anybody necessarily asking for Wayne. The way people were asking for Usher, like after, who was it, Beyonce or Rihanna, whoever went before Usher, and people were like,
yeah,
I bet Usher got enough hits for a Super Bowl, and then Usher got the Super Bowl. So I think only because it was in New Orleans did people expect Lil Wayne. If it was in Montana, nobody would have expected Lil Wayne.
No, they
or
won't.
LA or Miami or any of the other big cities. They would not have been expecting Lil Wayne. I say that because I don't think people were necessarily asking for Lil Wayne, but because of where it was, they were like, oh, he's got this.
They didn't want to make the mistake of Atlanta again.
But that's what I'm saying.
Where they had the Super Bowl in Atlanta and it was Maroon 5 and people were like, really?
Right.
So when you have it in New Orleans, and it's been in New Orleans several times before with no hip-hop representation, they're like, yo, now would be a perfect time for this guy that's been making a lot of noise out of New Orleans, calls himself the best rapper alive.
Yeah.
That'd be a great time for him to do it, especially since the next 3 are in Cali.
Or, the best rapper alive, since the best rapper retired, who didn't put him on.
That's true.
So, hey, Mr. Carter.
Yeah. I'll put it like this. If they would have, and this has been my argument, because I do think it should have been Wayne and Friends. I think that would have made more sense. Let me say that. I think it would have made more sense.
Okay.
Because I don't think Wayne can do a Super Bowl by himself.
Okay.
And I don't think Kendrick can do a Super Bowl by himself, which is why they announced SZA as the that made more sense to me.
Okay.
But I only think 3 or 4 hip hop acts can actually do a Super Bowl by themselves. To be fair,
you want to name them right now, or you want to wait till later?
I'd probably say Kanye. I mean, I'm not saying in the current mental state. We talking strictly music.
Okay.
Strictly catalog.
He's making music for Nori now.
Kanye can do it.
Okay.
Drake can do it. Maybe Jay-Z. Maybe. That's a stretch.
Jay-Z could do it.
That's a stretch. And then that might be it, honestly. Maybe Eminem. Maybe.
Oh yeah, Eminem got very like stadium anthems, like Lose Yourself. Like
that's true.
I mean, start right there.
Them the 4. Because you have to make and I don't think Kendrick makes stadium music, and honestly I don't think Wayne has enough crossover hits to hold it on his own. Now Wayne and Friends, for sure. If he brought out Nicki and Drake, oh, that's a go.
But I'm saying, I don't know why I keep comparing. It's just like the one that's freshest in my mind. But I don't think he necessarily had a lot of crossover stuff. That's not pop like the OMG type stuff. And he didn't play into that either. He was really true to his identity with his Super Bowl performance, I think.
But he played recognizable joints though. Not even just for the culture. Like OMG, like the Will I Am, and
that's what I'm saying. OMG was like huge for him.
Big.
But that's not his staple music.
True, I agree.
That's what I mean by that. But
so what's the Kendrick version of OMG? He doesn't have one.
So whatever he was doing with Taylor Swift.
Oh, well, that's a good point. Now you're right. The Taylor Swift joint. That's true. That's a good point. Now you're right. That'll probably get played. I don't even know how that sounds, but it'll probably get played.
It has to. But that's never about the Super Bowl.
That's true. Y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments, man. Did they make the right decision?
Baby rockin' it. Quid pro quo what you want, cause I'm watching it.
Wow.
Are we sure it's wow?
Yeah, we are. Yeah. Dunk, dunk, dunk.
Dunk, dunk, dunk. This is where he lost me.
No, well, that's towards the end of the song, so what?
No, I mean the song is where he lost me.
What?
Yeah, it's not my vibe.
Fell off a cliff, huh?
This is not my vibe. And this is purely a matter of taste. I am not a West Coast. I am not a super deep West Coast production guy. I've never been that. And I'm gonna say it was funny. Because my homeboy, shout out to my guy J Red.
Okay.
He messes with me about this all the time.
What up, J Red?
What up? He was texting me because the Ice Cube came out this Friday. It came out the same morning. Yeah, I know he felt Ice Cube had to feel a type of way. But the Ice Cube came out first, early in the morning, just like everything else. And my homie sent me a song. It was like, yo, this Ice Cube kind of fire. Mm-hmm. And I listened to the song and it was super West Coast. And I wrote him back like, bro, this ain't really my vibe. You know what I'm saying? I've never been a fan of West Coast music. So then this GNX comes out. And many of these songs have that same like West Coast vibe. And I'm like, bro, it's not my thing. I gotta have proof. I just told you that, like literally. So there's no like, oh, you're just saying this because you're a Drake fan.
Screenshots, man.
Exactly. I need to put the screenshots.
Timestamps on there.
I'm just saying.
I need the timestamps.
But you digging it.
That's
fair.
I'm ready to squabble up. Teach a man how to squabble.
Roman numeral 7, babe, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I'd take your dreams and make them multiply. Ain't lying, I trust you, I love you, I won't waste your time, I turn it off just so I can.
All right. Your thoughts.
Yes.
Are you 3 for 3 so far?
Yeah. And I have to say, the first time I heard GNX, I only liked 3 songs. And I don't think this was in the 3.
Wow.
But I feel like it's grown on me.
Okay.
Like, I liked the sample, but I wasn't expecting the rest of it. And honestly, if it wasn't a single, I don't know if it would have grown as me as much as it has.
This shit was fire out the gate. I'm not even gonna hold you. And ironically, I had just seen the Luther documentary like a couple days prior. Like, so the Luther
It's fresh in your mind.
was fresh in my mind. Like, that motherfucker was cold.
Yeah,
so
I gotta watch that.
That's a good documentary.
I gotta watch it.
It's called Never Too Much. Y'all check it out. It should be on. I think it's on like CNN or something, streaming on something kind of strange.
Yeah, but CNN has a partnership with Max, so it's probably on Max.
Ah, okay. Hey, there you go. I recommend that for sure. So this was fresh on my mind, and as a Drake fan,
Oh, what? No.
when I hit play on this is the first one I was like, fuck! Kiss my ass. Because number one, that song is If This World Were Mine is the shit.
Yes.
Off top. And then I seen SZA was featured. I'm like, oh, she's finna body this shit.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, it's a cheat code, but it worked. I like their flow. I like their chemistry, the back and forth. It's a dope record for sure. It's a cheat code, but I'll let them have it.
Apparently, this is their 5th collab, and then they have one on her last project.
With the Rich Boy joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's another cheat code. But
one of these days, I'm gonna rank those the five collabs. If we had that vibe board, we do it now.
The other one is I know another one is on which I think they're gonna do this at the Super Bowl. The Black Panther joint.
All the stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit fire too though.
That makes sense.
That shit.
I hope they turn out all the lights, bro. They gotta play that one up. That would be nice.
That'd be dope. So yeah, this was a super dope record. You know what would have made this just a little bit better though? Mm-hmm. If Drake was on it. This would have worked. If this was Poetic Justice 2, this would have been fire. I mean, it's already dope.
Well, okay, I'm about to say, let's not.
No, it's already dope.
Undersell the song now. Yeah, I guess.
I think he would have fit on this.
No, I don't. I just don't think he matches the vibe at this point. I just don't. Yeah, don't.
I'm saying minus the shit, minus the bullshit.
I'm there with you. I'm just saying. I don't know. I think maybe I didn't love this song at first because
Drake
it was like
on it.
Because the samples like back to back because he uses the
music joint.
It makes me dance.
Yeah.
It was like another sample on this. Like obviously Luther. Damn, what's the lady's name on this song?
Cheryl.
Yeah.
Lynn or something like that.
The lady on this song, possibly Cheryl Lynn. I'm not looking it up right now, but
yeah.
But yeah, they bodied this song. I think the samples are well placed too, and then like having it as a duet between SZA and Kendrick, I think it works out really well.
Put my homes on a beachfront, flying private. What you eat for lunch? I deserve it all. I deserve it all. Put a smile on my mama.
Very One Mic inspired.
Okay.
All right.
Got through that.
Made it. We made it.
How'd
you feel about it?
Didn't love it. I feel like listening to it. I think the first time I heard this, I was in a car, and it just after I had like heard like Squabble, I was just took me way down. I was like, what the?
Yeah.
So I feel like this song could either go at the very beginning or the very end.
Facts.
And it just did not need to go after Luther.
Mm.
But, and I don't know. But what I did like about this song is that it's the way he builds a song. Like it's very mellow, and then at the end he kind of hypes up. And it reminds me of an actor who, has levels in the scene. He's not angry the whole time. Like he's like, gotta be quiet before you start, and he become more intense. So I like that about him. It's almost like a singer or actor or something.
Yeah, he let the beat build, and it came to a crescendo at the end, which was the most exciting part.
Yeah.
When he switched the flow up, turned up with the voice, and added some more instruments in there. Because at the beginning, it is slow. And that's how One Mic is, though. One Mic builds up during the hook and at the end. Yeah, this one, it's too down-tempo. It's too stripped down, too mellow. Like you said, you either open with this or you close with this, or you can also place it in the recycling bin. You could have done that too. And it could have maybe not ever made the track
Leave it on
list.
the hard drive.
Yeah, leave that on the hard drive.
Leave that one in a notebook, or should he record it at all?
You can record it. We gotta listen to
Just get it out.
It's on the label's dime. The studio's on time is on the label's dime, so you can record it. But I do like the message. I like what he was saying though.
Yeah,
For sure.
Poor seat, free lunch, craft services. Throw your ass out this rental if I smell nervousness. If they talking about playing ball, they could take it up with Jordan. It's bald heads in the heckler for all endorsements.
That is Hey Now, Say Now.
Ari DJ.
Featuring Dodie 6. How you feel about it?
I didn't love it. Did not love it.
If the beat had been the second half the whole time, would that have helped?
Maybe. I was bopping to it, but I was just thinking, if I was at a club, this would be the time I would go get a drink. Like, I'd be at the bar, I still vibe, but I don't need to be on the dance floor for this.
I can see you on the dance floor at the club is fucking hilarious.
Had to be there. Had to catch me outside.
Retire my dancing shoes.
Like, oh, well, you got those shoes on now.
Yeah, no, this was a skip for me. Again, just the production.
I didn't mind the production.
I like the build up.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
That's cool, but I'm just
talking about shit to me. I just
hey now, say now. I mean, it's a little call and response.
There's a couple bars in there I pick out, but I don't have to hear the whole thing for that.
The feature, did the feature move you?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
That's
but again, but I will say this, and there's features on here that I wasn't privy to before this project. A lot of people I hadn't heard of. They were obviously from the West Coast. You can just tell by the sound of him and a lot of other people on here. It's West Coast. It was just cool. But again, it's like that West Coast independent sound. So it's like
you lean way into the West Coast. Yeah,
you heavy in it. I'm really out on that. Like I just again, my ears aren't trained to it.
That's just not where I'm at.
It's just not where I'm at with it. So.
Gifted as a musician, I play guitar on the grand level. The most talented where I'm from, but I had to rebel. But now we here now. Centuries you manipulated man with music. Embodied you as superstars.
I'm not even gonna hold you. I hate this song. I hate it. I hate it with a passion.
Why?
Because first of all, I love the Pac song. It's essentially a 101 remake, with the exception of the third verse where the production switches up.
Okay.
Other than that, and I'm just like, and it's ironic because this was around the time last year when Snoop and Dre were on their promo run for Missionary, and they were asked about sampling.
Okay.
And they talked about how people will sample the shit so lazily and nowadays. And then we listened to this Kendrick, and we're on number 5, 6.
6, yeah.
How many clear-cut one-of-one samples? Like, we've heard 4? I'm just like, people were praising Snoop for saying that, and then they hear this, and then they praise this, and I'm confused. He's rapping like who? Who's that supposed to be? Billie Holiday in the second verse? And
yeah.
Who's the first verse? A fucking saxophonist from Michigan?
Guitar player.
Guitar player.
Okay, so at first, I mean, so he played the guitar. Okay. So,
John Lee Hooker or something?
Literally never says the saxophone. But, okay, cool. So, I actually, at first, when I first heard it, thought he was talking about Prince.
Okay.
But I was wrong.
Right.
It's not Prince. But I did get the Billie Holiday one. Yeah, I just not a lot of replay value. I think he was saying some shit at the end, talking about fear and like how to dispel fear and like, I thought that was cool. I don't think this has enough replay value to have the impact that he might want on that.
Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that'll reach that, but it's not enough. This revolution been televised. I fell through with the knickknacks.
That's hilarious.
Only good for saving face, seen the cosmetics. How many heads I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up, we up the plyometric.
All right, that was Not Like Us Part 2. I mean, damn, I'm tripping. TV Off.
You are such a hater,
man. How you feel about TV Off?
TV Off probably got me back in the mood when I was driving. Put the little gas on it. Somebody gotta do it. I like that. I like it. But you know what, though? It's like, it's obviously not as heavy as Mr. Morale,
Right.
But he does use like a lot of heavy themes in here, but there is more catchy on one hand, but on the other hand, it's not.
Right.
Like the beat makes you think you're having fun, but then he's like
on some serious shit.
All this shit, and it's like somebody got to do it. But god damn, Kendrick, like.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, and that's where kind of I was reading that the phrase "TV off" is supposed to come from, like the revolution will not be televised type wake up call to the.
Yeah, the revolution will not be televised, but it will be on YouTube, and we'll be there.
This is true. Yes. The song is cool. I really like the second beat though.
Yeah,
that shit is hard. Yeah, that beat hard as fuck.
That comes at just the right time to wake your ass up, like in the middle, right in the middle of the record, and it's just like, okay, cool. Now the second half of the album, like hopefully, that beat is crazy, but I don't like the flow on the second verse though. You'll live. No. To me, he was off beat. To me, he was a little off beat, man. But I mean, I can understand why somebody would like this. I said I wasn't gonna slander a certain somebody, so I'm just not gonna say his name this time. But go ahead. It's got a nice beat, man. It's not enough. No. I like that though. I like I like the flow of the first part, but I like the beat of the second part. Cut my granny off, but she don't see it like. That's my line right there. Though, I ain't gonna lie.
My neck on Tarantino, Alejandro slightly. Just know you took the scenic route if you stand by me. Tiptoe, pivot, walk.
Probably the shortest song so far. Yeah, probably. Like you said, 80 Prince vibes. Gave me Guy vibes. Gave me Guy vibes. In a good way or a bad way? How you feel about it? I think it was a good way. I like the name of the song. No. I do like the name of the song though. I like the name of the song. I thought it was a chill vibe. Like I could see you like cruising in LA to something like this, like through the valley or something. But yeah, I like the features. I like the melodies. I don't like when Drake acts up. No. Yeah, this did nothing for the kid. This reminds me of something that would have been on maybe Damn. Excuse me, on Kendrick's Damn. Yeah. But it just. I wouldn't say it did a lot for me, but it's like a filler song. Yeah, because I don't see a purpose to it. Yeah, felt filler. Like what is it? This is just strictly the top down. I'm on the coast. Yeah, but it's only 2 minutes. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm in traffic. I ain't even really get a chance to. Right, LA traffic is horrible. That's what I'm saying. Like I ain't even get. We just got out LAX and I've been sitting still, so the song is over with. I'm still on the ramp. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like it just. The guest vocals were cool. Yeah. I wasn't mad at nobody on that end, but I just didn't see a purpose in this song.
What they talking about? They ain't talking about none. What they talking about? They ain't talking about none. What they talking about? They ain't talking about none. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. Hey, that's my bitch. Hey, with all that fake shit.
Now I will say, I'll start with the positive.
Hey.
No, I like what they talking about. They ain't talking about none when they went back and forth. I think that should have been the whole. They should have done that the whole time. Okay. That's all I got. That's all I got. I was trying to think of something else. That's all I got. I can't do nothing with this. And Kendrick's second verse was an abomination to. Hey. But we not gonna do. I think. Y'all letting this nigga get away with murder. I want to say, and this is gonna sound like it, because it's like. You finna shoot him some bail. I'm gonna shoot him some bail. It's like almost proves his versatility that he does not have to be so high-minded all the time. Like, okay. This verse is about nothing. Right. Literally. Yeah. Hey, what the fuck are you talking about? Nothing. And like he's not talking about a damn thing on this. And then it's just like, and then he gives you like a little bit of the little Kendrick thing towards the end of the verse, and it's like, all right, let's get out of here. What are they talking about? They're talking about that. All right, bye. Yeah, I mean, and he gives AZ Chike like an actual. Like, that's how you say it. 8 bars. I don't know. I was gonna say ass cheek. Oh. No, I don't know. I have no idea. Even in 2025, I don't think a nigga is calling his rap name ass cheek. Oh, a sample again. Man, that's crazy. Well, I kind of like to see this live. Now that's what I'm talking about. I'm here for that. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Tell me more. This, I love when rappers do. I love when talented rappers do this.
Should admit, Kendrick has talent.
Oh, yeah, I fuck with Kendrick.
All right, go ahead. I know.
When talented rappers give the come up story,
Yeah, I love a come up story
from their perspective,
Yeah.
and they're like global icons now. To talk about, at one point they were the person in the back, nervous.
They were the low man on the totem pole.
Yeah, like because someone else was in front.
Yeah.
Or someone else was the lead man, or whatever the case may be. And now the tables have turned, and Black Hippie didn't work because of me, and the power dynamics shift.
Right.
Like, I'm fucking with all of that. That I'm here for. Eminem has a song called "Stepping Stones" where he talks about D12 in this kind of a similar manner. He has a little bit of survivor's remorse, so to speak,
Okay.
for being the one that
made
it, but he couldn't lift them up as high to where he was. Like, he tried, and that he didn't mean to use them as stepping stones to be more popular and stuff. It's a really dope song, and it's also put me in the mind of Lil Wayne. I Miss My Dogs, even though I know it's not one of one, but it's kind of similar.
Right.
So this is right on my alley right here. This shit was fire. Sample fire, made total sense, because again, he's got the Heart series. I really love the Heart Part 5. With the
deep fake video.
Yeah, the deep fake with the Marvin Gaye sample.
Yeah, that's nice.
So this was 10 out of 10. Highly recommend.
Highly recommend. I like the song. I don't know if I need to replay the song. It puts me, and I say this reluctantly, puts me in Man at the Garden vibes. It's like I enjoy the storytelling here much better because I can relate to the story, or I feel like I'm inside the story more so than at Man at the Garden. But it's not, I'm not running back to this song like I might run to Started From the Bottom. I play Started From the Bottom all the time.
I got you.
Or trophies. But God, yeah, anyway.
Well, Drake is a better artist. Go ahead.
This is not what we're talking about.
Okay.
We're talking about a vibe of a come up story.
Gotcha.
Have you ever had to flip your unemployment? They hate to see me doing it. Meal ticket, I'm pursuing it.
Alrighty, the title track, Grand National, GNX. How you feel?
No, I didn't need this at all. I felt like if it wasn't on here, I would never have listened to it. As a matter of fact, I felt like I was at the discount mall and it's one of them young niggas handing out CDs. And it's just like, you popping in and you're like,
yeah.
Nah, they didn't move me. I don't know what the rest of their music sounds like, unfortunately. But this was not appetizing to me to make me want to go search them out.
First of all, the beat is the worst beat on this album. That's numero uno.
And it's the title track.
And then they didn't do the homie. Listen, I wasn't feeling the voice, Young Threat, the last verse, but they didn't do him no favor stripping the beat like that. Because now you have nothing but your voice and what you're saying. And if your voice ain't hitting and you're not talking about nothing, then they didn't do you no favors.
Nathan.
Hitter J3 sounded decent, though. He had a nice flow, I'm not going to lie. But this the worst song on the album. I agree. This sounds like somebody gave you their CD and all their homies was on one song. And you were just like, bro, what is this?
Hey, man, put this in. No, thank you.
No, I'm good. Let me get $5. I ain't got it, bro. I ain't got no cash on me. We do Cash App. Fuck.
Windshield? No.
Yeah, no.
Ghetto? No.
No.
Sorry.
This ain't it. And yeah, the fact that it's a title track, you would have thought this would have been harder.
I mean, that could have been Squabble Up. Something.
Some other than it.
You didn't even say GNX.
Yeah, it's like they couldn't think of a name for it. They just was like,
I appreciate him putting on for the city, though.
I respect that
a lot.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
He put on for the city, gave these guys a shot to put their, hey man, bring your best bars like that. Like Nipsey, when that guy, he has a skit on one of his albums. It's either Mailbox Money or it gotta be Mailbox Money.
Okay.
And the guy comes up to him. He's like, yo, I'm like 16. Like,
oh, yeah.
And he's like, all right, go ahead. And he lets him rap.
Yeah.
It's like that. And if you're going to rap for the guy, you got to bring like your hardest verse.
You got to.
I don't know if this is that from them.
I wouldn't have even got on this song. If I'm one of them, and then he like, I got a space for you. And I hear that, I'm like, bro, I'm good.
Nah, the beat.
Yeah, it ain't going to do me no favors.
We'll take you out of there.
Bring me out at the pop-up. Thanks. But leave me off of this.
You got one shot. You're not going on a Kendrick album?
Nah, not if it's that.
Let me see. What does Gene say? What's the replays on this?
Man, negative.
It's not enough.
And my bitch got a complicated relationship. She's so controlling, I notice it ain't no playing with.
Never you want me, you got me to the end of time. I've noticed for SZA, I gotta have the lyrics up because I do not understand what this bitch be saying.
That's a good point.
I love her voice.
It's not super clear.
And I just be like, and it reminds me of Aaliyah. Like, everybody loves Aaliyah, loves her voice. I could not understand what the fuck she was saying. Like, I just couldn't. I just felt like she was whispering all the time. And that's how I feel. Not like SZA's whispering, but I do have a hard time understanding her, what she's saying without the lyrics, like, right in front of me. Like, oh, okay. Now I got it. And I understand the message more of what she's saying.
That's a very good point. I gotta treat SZA like I'm watching like a show on HBO. I gotta have the captions on.
Yeah, I can't.
I gotta have the captions on when I'm listening to SZA. It's not, the clarity is not, and it's not like throwing me off, so to speak, but like I still think it sounds good.
Right. But it's more helpful if you know what she's saying.
No, that's true. I definitely be having to read the lyrics though. I'm not gonna hold you. And this is no different. This is an ode to his pen. Very Pac, me and my girlfriend ish.
Right.
But no, it's cool. I like the vibe. Do I like it as the last song? Yeah. This works as the last song.
I still could have swapped out. What's the one we were talking about? Could have been last Man at the Garden.
Yeah,
that still could have been at the end for
That's
me.
fair. Yeah,
this could have been a precursor to that because it does belong at the end, but you know, it's not a necessarily. It doesn't put the bow on it like I like, even though he does end with the punchline of it being his pen.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Ooh.
Nailed it. Okay. But you know, it also could have been, what's the other one? The Reincarnated could have been at the end.
The Reincarnated could have never been on this album and we would have been cool. We're ranking this album, and we do have a Kendrick ranking that doesn't include this album because we did it before this album came out. I'd have this last.
Okay. Well,
personally,
you're not wrong, but I'm saying when I want to say it's in last place, but I don't want to call it his worst album. And I know
because then that makes it sound like
it's just semantics.
That's fair.
Yeah,
it makes it sound like it's ass. When you say worst, anytime somebody says, even when we do lists,
well, it's not. Let me stop.
Tupac doesn't have a worst album, like, bro.
They're all great.
Something's got to be last, fam.
Exactly.
Worst, last, least favorite.
Beyonce does not have a bad album.
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever word you want to use, something has to go in last place.
Believe that.
This is in last place.
It could be a 10-way tie and it'd still be something would have to be said first.
I agree.
Anyway.
So for me, this one is last.
Yeah, I agree with that. I couldn't put anything below it.
We have to listen to Section 80 though. You got to hear that.
Okay. I got to hear Section 80.
Yeah, that's
coming up.
That shit fire though.
It better be.
Unlike this.
Yeah.
GNX, let us know what y'all think.
I think I know what you think.
I know, yeah, y'all know what I think. It's 3 in a possible.
Okay.
It's a mid spades hand.
Sound like me, man. I gave it a few more after I done listened to it.
3 in a possible.
Ticked up.
3 in a possible, guys.
All right.
Y'all let us know down in the comments what albums y'all want to hear. We usually do throwback joints, because there's a large section of 90s albums that slipped through the cracks.
It's a large selection of albums, period. There's a lot of stuff that came out in 2024 that, you know.
That's a good point.
I just wasn't on it.
But that's what I'm here for. That's what Big Bro's here for.
Big Bro.
So y'all let us know in the comments what y'all want to see. Of course, the full uncut version is on Patreon. Thank you if you are listening on Patreon. We appreciate you. Go.
Shout out to that suggestion we just got on Patreon from Justin.
Oh yeah,
for that E1999. Now you know I haven't heard it, but
yeah, because you said E1999 and everybody says East.
Okay, well, okay. So there you go. It's on the list. It's on the list.
Yeah, that's a fire suggestion. Appreciate that. Join Patreon. Give us some suggestions. Y'all get first priority straight up.
For sure.
Till the next time, we out.
Bye.